All right, guys, what is up? Tonight we're going to be talking about She-Hulk and everything She-Hulk related, including just a full series breakdown on what has happened over the course of the 9 episodes that we got, including the finale. So, mainly talking about the finale, very spoiler-filled reviews and spoiler-filled breakdowns with none other than the Spider's Lair.
Yo, greetings from the Spider's Lair. Now we can finally talk about this. Yes. What's up, Chris? How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
It's like, when you have that secret that you want to tell your bestie, but you just can't for a damn week? That's how I
Yep,
feel now. That's
I
how I
got it.
feel. All right. Yeah, now you get it.
So,
But, I'm interested to hear your perspective on this, and I'm going to give you my honest perspective, and we go from there.
sounds good. So I definitely think that it could have been a lot better. There were times when I was watching it, I'm like, okay, can we just like can this episode be over? Like the wedding episode. I was like, okay, I can't. This is too much. There were
I don't
things.
want to cut you off, but I'm not
Go
gonna
ahead.
lie. I didn't even get to watch that episode because it was so like, oh, I know what you meant. So I got all the info on it, but didn't watch it. I'm
Yeah,
sorry. Continue.
you're good.
All
A
right.
lot of the things though that I saw that I was seeing like on Instagram, like the twerking and all of that, I thought that was gonna be like a main part of the episode, but then to find out that that was just a post credit scene, I'm like, are we really going to get upset over a measly post credit scene? Like, it, is
No,
this
I thought it
tiny
was
little
actually
thing worth
funny.
all of this? Exactly. There were so many people who were like taking to Twitter and Instagram and YouTube and Facebook, like just blowing this stuff out of proportion. I feel because genuinely the show overall was enjoyable to watch. Was it great? No. Was it did I want to finish it? Yes. Like that's how I kind of gauged it was like Peacemaker. I watched the first 3 episodes. I was like, I could finish this or I could leave it, and I left it. Like I didn't feel a compelling reason to go finish it. She-Hulk, I was like,
Right.
I really want to see where this goes. I want to see if Hulk comes back. I want to see what happens with Abomination. I want to see when Daredevil comes into play. Like there were just a lot of things that I'm like, okay, let's see where we can take this. And I feel like we took it to a level that was watchable,
Mm-hmm.
but again, just it didn't meet what I was expecting. And I think based on the finale that that was meant to happen. I feel like a lot of people were meant to be like, take it or leave it. Because I think that they wanted to break the MCU and basically like really just say screw this, we're going to do our own thing and we don't care if you like it or not.
Well, I also feel like that was what I like to call the nail in the coffin of Phase 4. Finally, that's how I look at it. Cause let's see, we gotta look at the facts, okay? Who signs off on this? Good old Kevin Feige. So at the end of the day, it's approved by the boss. Regardless of what we feel about it, it's approved
Yeah.
by Kevin. So I feel like maybe at this point, this could have been his way of just saying, "Okay, we're done. Put a nail in this thing. It's done."
Yep.
Now I'm gonna tell you all my problems I have with She-Hulk. Hold on. so there was like with She-Hulk. Okay, I was expecting a lot more than I guess what they were anticipating on delivering because with She-Hulk I felt like okay, the character has so much potential. Kevin, yeah, proved by Kevin, exactly. The show has so much potential,
Yep.
and it just missed the mark on so many. Like, it's one thing, like, I get what you're trying to do. You're trying to, in their words, troll the trolls, which I didn't care about the trolls watching this. Let's
Yeah.
pretend for a second that there were actual fans that didn't want to watch this and didn't care about the trolling and everything that's online or don't care to follow that. Because I'm pretty sure there's a huge sector of fans out there that just, if you're talking about trolling, I'm like, what? Who cares? No one really
Yeah.
cares about that. But okay, so their goal was to troll the trolls, which that right there tells me like you're not really putting any thought into this. Why don't you instead of I thought the whole point of this was to not only be entertaining but to produce a profit. I
Yep.
mean, you're shooting yourself in your foot, and then you're trying to tell fans, Oh, we planned this years ago. You should have seen it in our writers' room. So you're telling me it took you 3 years to write this garbage like this, and this is your idea of trolling us? I would love to see their notes for 3 years ago. I want to hold them on their word because this is what they're
Yep.
saying. I'm not saying this. Oh, we did this. The end, the finale was done to troll the trolls. Why? Put a good story in there. You could have. I mean, I don't even want to talk about what did. Well, we're gonna talk about it, I guess.
We will.
Look what they did to Scar. Look what they did to
Yeah.
Hulk's son. You're talking about a major, major story. Thank God they didn't blow his brother. But we're talking about Scar. He shows up with the worst haircut, with no explanation, no
Yep.
World War Hulk, no Planet Hulk, no nothing, like nothing about his mom. He shows up with his like, what? No, no. Even when she was saying, "Oh, let's save it for the movie," I was mad 'cause I was like,
Yep.
"No, I want to see what was going on." So when
Yep.
I saw him at the end, I was like, "Okay, maybe they'll break it down." No, hi, this is my son Scar. I was like, "Oh,
Yeah.
it's."
So I'm wondering if the reason why they did it that way was as a satire. So one, they said like, oh, if you do this off screen, like the change off screen, we don't have to pay the visual effects. If you do this, like it doesn't cost as much. And was that like a satire to make him like as bad CGI, the bad CGI haircut, like all that, was that done on purpose to basically again troll the trolls? Or and same with like the whole introduction of him. Like she was like, yeah, we don't really want to see the Hulk back. Like just leave him out of it. Like this is my show.
Yeah.
So the fact him coming
Well,
back with no explanation, that was
yeah.
like her basically Kevin's way of like trolling her in a way.
Right.
So like
Well, this is what
there
I
were all different
yeah.
things happening that I'm like, what is actually real right now?
This is what I know for a fact to be real. I won't say how I know. I'll just put it to you like this: I do have inside sources, and I'm not just
Hmm.
saying that. I actually do. And I've talked to people in the industry about what's been going on, especially with all this Marvel stuff. And pretty much from what they're telling me is that the budgets here are like it's okay. I've worked somewhat in the industry. I won't say what it is I've done, but I've worked in the industry and I've seen it firsthand. They always want more with less. Like they give in these the CGI. We'll go right into that because
Yeah.
I could cite numerous articles on the CGI team, and I even knew a CGI guy myself. He was doing another project, and it's not related to Marvel, but he was explaining to me how the business is. And from what he was telling me about the CGI end of his aspect is they giving you a deadline. That's
Yep.
it. If it's done halfway, they're like cut paste go. We'll
Yep.
fix it along the way. Because I don't know if you remember Thor: Love and Thunder, but even Taiki Wakiti was making fun of his own CGI in the movie. That character, the blue guy, that's supposed to be
Yeah.
based on him, and he was making fun of that. And that goes back to the whole problem that I believe is going on in the industry now: is that people want less with more. They are just pumping these out instead of taking the time, just a little bit of time. See what I loved about Netflix. Listen up, Disney. You're gonna learn something. What I love about Netflix is they took their time with the Daredevil. They took their time with Jessica Jones. They took their
Yep.
time with Luke Cage, and they cultivated a following, a cult-like following. I mean,
Yeah.
Luke Cage was on freaking fire.
Oh yeah.
You think Disney's gonna do the same thing? No. And you know why? For two reasons. They don't have the creativity to pull something off like that, and they don't care about the fans like like when Marvel was under the old umbrella, before all these entities started getting in. I remember when it was a simpler time. You bought comics, you kept up to the story. I mean, in those times, you actually had people who cared about the lore of the story, and I think that's the
Yeah.
problem that mostly that, like what all these big companies face. They're buying into an entire system with a fan base already built in, without considering the fact that without that fan base, you're not going to make any money. So if at the end of the day, She-Hulk's goal was to troll the fans, then I guess they won because they trolled the fans to the point that a lot of them don't want to watch season two. But I'll be honest, I want to watch it. I'm going to make videos about it. We're
Yeah.
talking about it. We're creating content about it. Listen, guys, we have no problem saying the show is good if it's good.
Yeah.
That's all I'm asking for. It's just a little bit of patience, a little. Listen, if you're having a problem writing, there's plenty of people that can write. Dole this stuff off. Let people like us who know the law of comics sit there and tell you this is what we
Yeah.
think. Do whatever you want. But if I was going to be doing stuff like this, the first thing I'm doing is I'm picking up what all the research. There's research everywhere.
Yeah.
Comics galore, TV shows, movies, adaptations. There's no reason why you could have done a great show. I think what they were trying to do was trying to be a little different. The fourth wall thing is all She-Hulk. That's a John Burns thing. I always loved that. I thought for a minute when I started seeing it, I was like, okay, this is good because they're actually going to stick to the She-Hulk. Even the promiscuity, a lot of people have a problem with that. I don't care. That's what She-Hulk is. She-Hulk.
Yeah.
She gonna take that ass. That's it. She wants you. She taking you. That's it. I didn't have a problem with any of that. The only problem I had was the contradictory character that this lady was playing. They had Jennifer Walters complaining about being catcalled, but yet you see her in the next scene twerk with Megan Thee Stallion. Like, which one is it? I want to
Yeah.
get a message. I don't mind a message, even if you want to send whatever message you want to send. But can you send me a consistent message without totally screwing up the continuity of what the story is you're trying to tell? I think that's the problem. A lot of them are writing and they're losing grasp as to the continuity of the story.
Yeah.
And honestly, I I I gave it, like, I did a review on it. I gave it 5 out of 10. And I say honestly, give it one more. I would love to see another season, but
Yeah.
let's just get her out of this silly satire. Put the fourth one in, but then just make her the sensational Hulk she's supposed to be. Let's
Yes.
put her. Let's forget She-Hulk Attorney at Law. Start the next season as sensational Hulk. She
Yep.
realizes now she don't have a job no more. She don't have a lawyer's life. She has nothing holding
Yep.
her back now for being the hero that she needs to be. That's what I'm hoping. But
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I could be wrong.
I completely agree with everything you just said, and I think that the best way for them to do it is do season 2 as Sensational She-Hulk, and then season 3 as Savage She-Hulk,
Yes, exactly. So we had a
and
She-Hulk Attorney at Law,
progress
and
the
that could have worked.
character. Yeah.
Right, as every season goes on, you want to
Yep.
change the name. Yeah, that's fine. Sensational She-Hulk, Savage She-Hulk, Red She-Hulk. I mean,
Yep.
you could just go on and on. But the thing is that what they need to understand is all the source materials there. Say your little cat girl stuff. That's fine. I love all that cuteness, by
Yeah.
the way. I mean, but I'm not gonna be into a business where I'm trying to get you to watch my show and I'm telling you, hey, Chris, you like my show? Well, screw you. Turn it off because I don't care what you think. This was all done to make you mad at me. What do you think
Yep.
about that? You're going to turn my show off. You'll be like, no, I don't want to watch this jerk. That's the point. It's about business, and the customer's always right. We are the customers. We're right.
Yeah.
That's it. I want to make money. I'm going to do something like that. It's about business at the end of the day. I get it. It's fun to troll the fans, but really, wouldn't it be more fun to have more money to do whatever the hell you want? Buy 10 computers and troll as many people as you want. Hire
So,
bot trolls. Who cares?
does Disney actually lose any money? Because this is
That's
a
a good
Disney Plus
question.
show. Like, there's
Yeah, I
no
mean,
money to be lost technically because it's a subscription service. So
that's
unless
true. But
someone
if
cancels their membership over one show, which I mean, if you're that petty, then fuck it, be that petty. Like, go right ahead. Like,
Well,
whatever.
it's like I said from the beginning. A lot of these guys that are like the adults who are buying Disney now, 20, 30 years ago, they were the kids.
Yeah.
So they want, there's a law that they drawn to Disney because of, for one reason, they're drawn for that nostalgia.
Yep.
That's the nostalgia hit you're trying to get.
Yeah.
So they're drawn to this nostalgia hit. And then when you just like troll them, you just literally like you're cutting. I get it. It's funny. I don't take things personally. I love everybody's opinion because, like I said, at the end of the day, we could all agree to disagree. That's what it's all about. It's about opinions and conversations. But I feel like some people just get so upset about this for for all the wrong reasons. I mean,
Yeah.
it's real simple. Just like when you're trying to please your fans, throw some jokes out there and stuff, but don't insult the fans' intelligence and then just like slap them in the face and tell them, "Oh, we meant to do that."
Yep.
Ha ha ha! How did you like that? Because honestly, that would be my plan B if I screwed something up in the show that bombed. Hey, look, I was trolling all you guys. Don't you see? This is all satire. Ha 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 ha.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. So you may not get another season for that. That was worth being all satire going after the fans. I mean, at the end of the day, look, you live life and think however you want to think. But as creators, especially as YouTubers like we are, at the end of the day, listen, I would love to start making cash on this, some real hands over money, and I'll be happy doing this forever. That's what
Yep.
it's all about. But I'm certainly hell ain't gonna come up here and trash the very people that are the ones, my fans who follow me. are the ones who support me. I'm not destroying my fan base.
Yeah.
That's just me. I don't know. It just makes perfect business sense to me.
And I mean, if you piss off a couple fans along the way, that's going to happen because not everyone's going to agree with what you do.
Yeah.
But do you think that so She-Hulk kind of did fall flat? It accomplished three main goals in the process. It introduced She-Hulk. It introduced her as a character, and I completely agree with Cray Cray for comics. She was an amazing character played by a great
Yes.
actress. Like, writing aside, storyline aside, She-Hulk was She-Hulk. We can all agree on that because it was very like the characterization that that actress put into that character was phenomenal. So that it accomplished that. And we all can agree that this is the She-Hulk that we want in the MCU, just with better stories. It accomplished
Right.
kind of telling us who Wong was now that he's Sorcerer Supreme. And it brought that kind of full circle along with the Abomination. So it brought a lot of stories kind of like full circle while still leaving loose ends to move into. And the third main thing that it accomplished was showing the fans that it's okay to do something different. And if you don't like it, you don't like it. And good, bad, or indifferent with that, like, that's okay. And I feel like a lot of people kind of like hate on some of the Disney shows, some of the CW Arrowverse shows, and it's like all the Arrowverse shows aren't perfect. Supergirl got canceled after a couple seasons. Batgirl only lasted like 2 or 3 seasons. And when it really comes down to it, it's like not every fan is going to like everything, but there is an end goal in mind. And I feel like a lot of like phase 4 is kind of like a team rebuilding. And in sports, you have to look at it as a rebuild because it can't just pick up where Endgame left off. You're all the way up
Right.
here. You can't like you've crashed through the ceiling, you've broken everything. It's time you got to ground yourself back somewhere. And that's what phase 4 kind of was meant for, was to reground everything so that way they could then build again up to the next climax of this major storyline. And I think that She-Hulk was good as a sitcom. It wasn't your typical Disney Plus show. Did it hit home? No, but was it a complete, like, I wouldn't give it like a 2 out of 10 or a 3 out of 10. I definitely say it's like 5 or 6. It's right in there. Like
That's
it's a
what I
perfect
said too, like a
example.
5 out of 10. Right. Because look, like we're getting back to the Arrowverse. And by the way, I love those shows. I was a big fan of
Yeah.
that. I love the Arrowverse, the old school ones. Not when it started
Yep.
getting all mixed up. When I started seeing the first season of Batgirl, I was like, oh boy, I can't. But the thing is that the reason why those shows aren't around anymore is because I don't know if you noticed or not, but did you know like every single year that the CW had those shows on, they never made a profit. This is all
Yeah.
documented and it's all factual. So, like what we said at the end of the day, what is at the end of the day the goal? The goal is no matter what you're looking at, no matter what kind of entertainment you're into, at the end of the day, it's about making money. And if you're not making money, you're just going to be left behind. And that's not saying that everything should be about money, but if something is popular, people like it, it's gonna the money I call is the side effect.
Yep.
Money is your side effect for something that you create out of creativity from your own imagination, or maybe you're inspired by other stories. That's where creativity comes from. And the money is just the side effect of that said work and reward. This is why you have super rich people. This is why you have poor people, because you have two different mindsets of going after life in two completely different ways. It's not saying one is right or one is wrong. It's the mindset. And the mindset should always be about, for me, because I'm starting a comic book company, and my main thing is the law is the law. It's not going to change. You want to add to it? I have no problem with that. Want to build around it? That's cool. You want to use my template to build yours? That's fine. Because at the end of the day, if we look at every single comic and every single story that's ever been told, it's from someone else's works. That's fine. This is what we do as humans. We muse each other, whether we realize it or not. And I believe that She-Hulk was trying to do something that was satire, but then they should have made us aware that this is the way you guys are actually going to go. Not saying that you were like we hear after all of the finale came out that the report comes out that, oh, they did it like this to troll the fans. No, don't say that. It would have been fine just not saying nothing. Okay, that's the way you did it. I gave it a 5 out of 10, and I gave it my thoughts of where it can improve. I want to see more action for She-Hulk. That great fight that she was having with Daredevil, even though it was CGI, I was just salivating over it because that whole episode had more action in it in 10 minutes than the entire She-Hulk season finale. And there was too much going on in the finale that you can keep track of.
Yeah.
So I was like, if they did it like this, even at Daredevil, like I like how he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna break in quietly," and winds up like kicking the door down. I was like, "Yeah," because he's on She-Hulk, so he's got to be funny. Because I was like,
Yep.
okay, that annoyed me. But even that little fight scene for a few minutes, I was like, yeah, this is what the show needs. Like, I get it, be jokeful, but also, like Rush Hour. Let's just make that an example. Why I like Rush Hour, one of the best movies ever made, because it has everything you ever want. It has action, suspense, it has good fighting scenes,
Agreed.
it has comedy, time comedy. That's the show has the comedy. It just
Yeah.
needs it just needs the action to be in certain places and stop making ridiculous stuff out of the girl. She's
Yep.
She-Hulk. She's not a murderer. Why is she trying to get information from Matt Murdock? She don't know who's Matt Murdock. She don't even know this is Daredevil. She don't even know who the hell this is. Why is she trying to throw cars at him and trying to kill him? Or even better, I like the fact that she destroyed the entire upper level of the garage, and then when you see her outside jumping by Matt Murdock, the garage is fine. I'm like, if you would have,
Yeah.
where's the destruction? She would have destroyed the entire thing. It's
Yeah.
things like that. I get it. I don't know if because we can't say they're making this for kids. It's too sexual, and if you are making it for kids, then okay. Well, I'm
Yeah.
saying
This
you're
this
definitely
definitely
not
wasn't a
making this
kid
for
friendly
kids.
show.
You're right. So you're not making this for kids. So what you just did was you told a bunch of adults, "Hey, listen, don't worry about physics. Don't worry about that building crumbling over here. Watch her clap her hands and watch Daredevil fly into a car." Which, by the way, that's the Hulk clap. So that clap is enough to kill him. He should have been dead. Let's face facts. But it's all good. Listen, I get it. It's a show. Try to be satire. I
Yeah.
don't mind the funny stuff in it, but I also want my reality based, I don't mind like things that need to be explained just a little bit away. But you want me
Yeah.
to ignore the fact that you just knocked down and broke an entire garage of a parking garage, but in the
Yeah.
next scene where you can see the parking garage clearly in back of you, I don't even see smoke bellowing from it. At
Yeah.
least smoke.
So,
Even if
something. Yeah.
smoke, like okay, it collapsed. You can say, okay, yeah, it didn't collapse all the way. It collapsed in on itself. Some that's where the
Hmm.
smoke comes from. Even that I would have been fine with, but no, it was
Debris on
fine.
the ground
It's just
around
things like
her.
that.
Something.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
like it's just things like that that you gotta understand. Like at the end of the day, you're making this for the fans. Whether you're trolling the trolls, you're still making it for the fans because the trolls
Yeah.
are gonna troll no matter what no matter what you say, trolls are gonna troll. That's it. It don't matter. I just find that to be inconvenient. It's just so convenient to say that when you're getting
It,
such pushback that people didn't really like what you were trying to put out. Period.
yeah. It did feel like a cop out at times for sure.
Mm-hmm.
There's times when I'm like, okay, this is what I wanted to see. This is how it should have been. Like the first episode, I loved the first episode. I thought the first episode was very well done, minus the way she got her Hulk powers. I know that's not very comic accurate. Um, and I do understand like you kind of have to have a little bit of like you've got all these different character or all these different writers telling all these different stories, and I highly doubt that there's meetings where they're all crossing over with each other and they're saying, hey, this is what I'm doing, this is what you're doing. Let's make sure that we talk. Like we've seen it with the No Way Home stuff. um,
Yeah.
the fact that in Miss Marvel you have the Statue of Liberty back to green when in No Way Home they were restoring it to its original copper color. And it's
Mm-hmm.
like Sony and MCU don't always have a conversation because you've got Sony Studios all the way over here. They're not going to fly to Marvel Studios and just be like, hey, this is what we're doing with the Statue of Liberty. And also, you don't want to have to remake the Statue of Liberty CGI every single time for every single shot and every angle and every this and every that just to do that one little thing. So I get it. Like I totally understand that this is just a movie. This is very minor stuff. But if you're going to do it the best way possible. So,
There
like, my
you
other
go.
question is, are we getting it, like, because I thought, based on trailers and stuff, the CGI for She-Hulk was very off. It was not great.
Yeah.
It struggled. But by the end, by the time we got it, I felt the CGI for She-Hulk was very well done. Her suit that he made for her was very, like, that was very comic accurate in my opinion. Very well made,
Yes.
very well done, and I thought the CGI in that was really well, like really good. Was
Yeah,
it
just falls
perfect?
completely
No.
out of the lore of the costume, because if everybody doesn't know what that costume is, that's like an Avengers costume in space, pretty
Yeah.
much. That's the Space Avengers costume. So you got to see the Space Avengers costume
Yeah.
on She-Hulk for the first time. I know what it was. I thought it was badass. I also thought it was funny at the same time because, like I said, it's the details. It's like you said, my man. You want to do it perfect. Listen,
Yeah.
we we respect the world that Stan Lee, Steve Ditko, King Jack Kirby, all these guys created. Like that's like it's an homage. Like these shows should be in homage to the great ones and
Yeah.
add on to the universe. Cool, no problem. But like I said, with She-Hulk, it's just they missed the mark so many times, and it was easy to get this character down pat. I mean, I was even happy when she hooked up with Matt Murdock. Oh, put the kids to bed. This is the part where they banging. I love that part. I
Yeah.
love that. But he's like, oh no, she's a slut. Yes, she's supposed to be She-Hulk. There's no problem with the girl sexuality. Stop complaining about guys catcalling you. Go grab one and put him in bed. I love the whole thing with Matt Murdock, and I love the. Oh, so now we can talk about the Walk of Shame.
Yeah. I
Listen,
thought
I don't
again
know about
that
you,
was a
man.
really
I don't.
funny scene. Like it
I
was
like that.
perfectly timed. It
Right.
was perfectly done for the character and
No
the
man does
story
it,
that we're
and it
talking
was
about.
funny. That's what I
Yeah.
found. I was like, no man ever done this, but it's funny as hell because
And
here
I
he is in
think
his costume
the
and
best
going and
part
like,
of
oh
it
my.
is the fact that that woman gives him a look. Like the woman walking by him gives him a look, and he has no idea that that woman's even giving him a look
Yeah, because he's
because
blind,
he's
and that's
blind.
the
So it's
funniest
like,
part about it, because he can't
yeah,
see shit. So it's like she's giving him the look like, "Oh, I've been there before," and he's like, "Okay, yeah, now I am with my shoes." It's funny. I found that to be funny. Like I said, there was things in the show that I actually did like. I'm not shitting
yeah,
over it. I absolutely like a lot of things about it. CGI was not one of them. The way she
yeah,
got her powers was one of them, and they explained this away. Well, the reason why we didn't go with the original story was because of it being on Disney Plus. Yet she's a sexually promiscuous woman. This is what I keep saying. I'm
yeah,
confused. They have to make up their minds on what the show was supposed to be, because I got them contradicting themselves at least 4 times, and we already talked about 2 of them right here, and that was
yeah,
the second one. You want to make a show. You're saying this is this is age based for children. You can't have this woman being out. I don't care about all this equality stuff. You can't have this for kids. There's kids that are going to be checking this out. That
yeah.
you never know. They got uncles like me. Hey, here's a couple of old She-Hulks. Read these before the show starts, right? And the kids read it's like, oh shit, this is cool. And they're like, what the hell am I watching here? What
What's
is
up,
this?
Alex?
Oh, look,
Hello.
Alexander, what's up?
Hi.
How you doing?
Cray Cray was
Good.
wondering where you were at.
Yeah, I'm doing good. Yeah, I thought I was going to make it tonight, but I
He's right
decided.
here. Listen, wait, was just asking for you. He's right here. He just showed up like as soon as you put that message up. It's all good, brother. Don't worry.
What's up?
We did.
How's everyone doing?
Doing good.
Everybody's good, man. How about you?
Tired. Came home late
Okay.
from
Yeah,
work.
man. It's a rough freaking life, man.
Yeah.
Work
Found
sucks.
him.
Found them. See, yeah, there you go. See, you
Yeah.
ask and you shall receive. In the comics lounge, people, it
So
comes to
Cray,
thee.
I didn't know Cray liked me that much.
I didn't know either.
You literally signed on, and Cray Cray was asking for you.
He's never
As you
said
signed
hi to
on.
me.
He said,
They
"Where's
never said hi to
Alex?"
me.
There you go. Got a new fan.
Yeah.
Like and subscribe to this man now.
There you go.
So Chris, did you finally watch She-Hulk?
I finished it,
That's
and
all we've been
Finally.
talking about.
as I was saying, like it was very entertaining. I enjoyed it. I wanted to finish it. I was like binging it, and I was like, as I'm finishing, I'm like, okay, not where I would have went. Okay, this wedding needs to end. Okay,
Oh,
Like when like bringing Titania back in the finale, I was like, why? Titania should have just been a one-off. Like
Yeah.
get her out of the
I can't believe
way,
she
did
made
the
it through
whole thing,
3
the
episodes.
branding, the trademarking, but yeah.
She made it to
And
3 freaking episodes.
like, is She-Hulk trying to assemble a team? Is that what they're where they went, where they were trying to go with the whole leapfrog thing and the Titania thing? And
No,
I don't know.
and the thing about it is that okay, leapfrog, right? Really not that much prevalent in She-Hulk. This is more like a damage control character, and I think that's why you start seeing
Yeah.
characters like Leapfrog, because Damage Control did have issues with Leapfrog back in the day. It was going after him. Leapfrog is like a Damage Control character, more like a Spidey character.
Yeah.
I like the Leapfrog. Same thing with the Wrecking Crew too. Like it really made no sense for them to really put them in, but I was happy that they did try to make a homage to the Wrecking Crew. And the thing is that you see they do things like that that are special and real Easter eggy, but yet it's like you're giving me hope. I'm like, the Wrecking
Yeah.
Crew.
Because
I
isn't
can't
the
believe
Wrecking
they put him in
Crew
here.
mainly for the
They were,
Hulk?
yes,
Yeah.
but still, the whole point of the Wrecking Crew was to introduce them in a way that wouldn't make them look as bad. Because She-Hulk is Hulk, so she's gonna kick their asses no matter what.
Yep.
And I just like I don't think like they were gonna do anything real serious with it, but it's just the fact that they made a homage, a nod to them. I really like the fact that they acknowledged the Wrecking Crew. But I thought they were gonna do
Yeah.
more. Like, and I saw leapfrogs. I was like, okay, this is going in damage control Hulk area. I see,
Yeah.
but they just never followed up with it. Hopefully, they can follow up with a season 2. But if you guys ever look into the character Leapfrog, oh, he's great. He's comic relief. It's like if you could imagine Deadpool, but all screwed up with a
Mm-hmm.
damn frog suit. That's exactly
Hmm.
what Leapfrog is.
Wait.
Like the
Wait.
episode depicts him pretty much the way he is in the comics. That's
Yeah.
one thing I did like. They got Leapfrog almost down to the T.
I
What do you
thought
think
pretty
about
much
the
everything was
animation?
very
Oh.
comic accurate to what I know about She-Hulk.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I
Like there was a
mean
lot of comic
the
accuracy here. Not
the
perfect,
fourth wall.
but
Yeah, not perfect, but everything that yeah, I'm pretty sure. I was saying that earlier too, especially with the fourth wall breaking. I was explaining that to you that was a big John Burns thing back in the day. He loved doing the fourth wall with She-Hulk. That was like his thing. And so when I started seeing things like that, I wasn't annoyed with it because I already knew. I was like, oh, okay. So it's like they knew what they were working with. They knew the story. They knew the law because
yeah,
you're doing too many Easter eggs not to know the law. And even if you didn't know, somebody had to explain it to Miss Yao that this is part of the story A, B, and C. It made
Yeah.
it into the show, so that tells me what I needed to know. And it also confirms something that I'm starting to believe that they actually did troll the damn fans now because if you put all this stuff in there and the show still wind up being a 5 out of 10 for me, then okay, I'm starting to believe this now more than anything. See, so Disney, you may get some help with this video. Put it up because yeah, what you're saying now makes sense after I'm thinking about it. They did this on purpose to troll the fans. I don't
yeah,
think they ever really had a plan for She-Hulk. I don't think it ever planned to go past one season. They just threw it out there to see what would stick. And you can
yeah,
also push other ideas forward.
yep,
Hulk
Yeah.
comes back with Scar. You're showing the leapfrog. You're showing Matt Murdock the Daredevil because you know he's gonna get his new show, Daredevil Born Again. And
Yeah.
a lot of people were mad at the costume. I wasn't. It's like they went kind of backwards from the original Daredevil to the original Daredevil. Um, People were upset about that. I wasn't, and that's another thing I'm saying. So you see these things that they're putting in that they know about the law because they're telling you they know about the law. Otherwise, how did we get the old Daredevil costume in the new She-Hulk film? Think about this for a second. Why is that? Because they they know they did this on purpose. Okay, they got me convinced now. And if they didn't do this on purpose, well, great job because you got me thinking now. This is a big conspiracy. There's too
Hmm.
many things in there for them not to know. So how do you not get the story right if you put all
yeah,
these Easter eggs in there? I'm gonna do a show on that, as a matter of fact, soon. For all the Easter eggs I found, I must have found about 50 so far. I gotta
Hmm.
watch it
So
again just to make sure I find more. It's a
and that
lot, a lot. I mean, this show has a lot of Easter eggs. That's why I'm upset with it.
Yeah. I
Because
appreciate.
you know the story. You know the story. Just by the couple of Easter eggs we were talking about. They know the story.
yeah,
So what happened? I just trolling the fans. Okay, whatever. Hey, look, you don't want to make money, that's fine. Everybody that's watching, I'm not trolling you guys. I love you all. Thank you for coming, everybody. We don't want. I'm not trying to get rid of anybody. Bring your friends, your family. We're all good. We're not trying to make enemies. We're trying to make frenemies. That's it.
Drop something in the chat. Drop a super chat. Do something.
Yeah. I
Yeah, whatever,
appreciated
man. Give
about
me some
She-Hulk.
money.
The fourth wall was different from Deadpool's fourth wall.
Yes.
Like how they transitioned into the fourth wall. That's what I appreciated. That they weren't trying to do the same thing like how they did with Deadpool.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
you
If
see,
that makes
like I
sense.
said, yeah, it does make sense because this whole fourth wall with She-Hulk was started by John Byrne, so I don't know who did the Daredevil break in the fourth wall. I'm gonna look into that, but that fourth wall of Daredevil comes from the She-Hulk, and definitely for sure. I mean, just if you go by the history of the comic alone, I'll pull you out a 1978 She-Hulk, and I'll pull you out a 1990 Deadpool, and you'll see they're both breaking the fourth wall, but she was doing it a decade before that man was created, so we got to give it to her. I think that's a I think what they did what they did with the Deadpool was a really good touch because that was a character that I felt that they try to keep as original as possible, and they couldn't do it with PG-13. So that's right. Let's start with the nonsense. We were kids growing up reading comics. Now we're adults. We could take the freaking cursing. I'm not gonna cry if somebody curses.
Yeah.
Or I see a titty flying out of a bra. I'll be okay. I think I can handle it. I think I can handle it at this point. That's what made Deadpool so great. That R rated. That makes a difference. That's
Yeah, but it was
adult
kind of awkward
humor.
watching that scene with my dad sitting next to me in the theater. If you know what I mean. That was kind of weird.
Look,
I
man,
was
as
not
long as you
expecting.
want to hold their hands, you're good.
No, I wasn't expecting.
Are you sure you're watching Deadpool then?
Yeah, I was watching Deadpool. I wasn't expecting that scene to be long. Like, oh shit, okay.
Well, so probably the most awkward moment for any Marvel movie was sitting in Eternals, and I had like this little old lady grandma
Oh yeah, that's
next
right.
to me, and she had 3 kids next to her who were probably 8, 10, and like maybe 12 or 13. And the sex scene happens, and she's trying so hard to cover all their eyes, like no.
Yeah, that sex scene came out of nowhere. It wasn't even in the waiting saying any sexual content or anything. That scene that came out, I was like, what the fuck?
See now that okay, you see how Alex just said that? We were talking about this before you came. I find it funny that Marvel says that She-Hulk was supposed to be like for kids, but yet there's so much sexual exploits going on in there. Like, would you really let your 7-year-old watch it? I mean, me personally, if I had a son, I'd be like, yo, son, you're gonna learn this from somewhere. Might as well learn it from Marvel. No, I wouldn't. I'm just saying, like, it's so these
There's
people
2
are so
different ways.
cringy in that way.
There's 3 different ways to make love. Got the Deadpool way, got the She-Hulk way, and you got the Eternals way. You will learn all about it today.
Forget
just like
DC. All the ways they do it are just fucked up.
I say like
Literally.
this. Why don't you just make a Disney plus X, not triple X? Disney plus X, meaning this is gonna be for you guys, the hardcore adults. I mean, technology's evolving.
All right, what the
Make a
fuck? Wait,
movie that
are
is
you saying you
honest.
want Disney to make a porn channel?
No.
I know what he meant. I know what he meant. I know what he meant.
One X, meaning it's
No.
gonna be a little more, but it won't be like porn for sure. We don't care about that, but we know the action, the cursing, the explosions, and you can make your
The
content
HBO
separate for the
version
kiddie.
of Disney Plus.
Yeah, pretty much.
So not
Exactly.
Cinemax? I'm just kidding.
We're not talking Stars. We're not talking Cinemax. We're talking like HBO.
No, it's called
Yeah, we're talking like
Cinemax
HBO
or something.
Skinemax.
Oh,
I think-
Skinamax. Yeah, I remember that nickname, Skinamax at night.
Hey, to be
Yeah,
true,
boy.
they had no story in there. I'm not gonna lie. When I was young, it was by accident. I saw it. I'm not gonna lie, but I was like, what the fuck? Like,
He was like, wait, hold on, this comes on at night? Wait, hold on. What
no, like I was like, we did. Excuse me, as a young kid, I was kind of weirded out. I was like, wait, I thought this was a movie. And I changed it. I honestly changed it. It's like this is not what I wanted to watch.
Oh man, you should have put it back on.
No. Oh yeah. When I was young, I didn't care for that. I was like, yo, I just want to watch some cartoons or something, or like an interesting superhero movie. Like I don't know. They're all dressed up in costumes. I'm not gonna lie. I thought it was a superhero movie.
He's like, wait, why? Hey, why is Superman taking off Wonder Woman's costume? What did he do with a Wonder Woman? I didn't know she could stretch like that.
I thought Wonder Woman was supposed to be using her rope, not Superman using the rope.
No, right? He's because she tried to use it on him, but remember he's the alpha, so he gets to use it on her.
There you go.
Oh my god! But this She-Hulk, man.
Anyways,
Yes, go ahead.
Anyways,
Now that was a tangent.
yeah, She-Hulk was good, but do you think since you said they're trolling the fans, do you think they purposely made the animation bad, like look horrible in the last episode with Scar and the other guy?
God, they didn't even give Scar a proper haircut. They made
That's what I was
Scar
saying.
look like a freaking. He looked like a hillbilly. I was like, what the hell did you do to that kid's hair? Where's
Yeah.
this long flowing hair? I was expecting them to come out like the comics, and I'm like,
It looks like a
that's not
total.
Scar. What
It
the
looks
hell?
like a fuckboy
He
or
had a
something.
buzz, like a half a buzz cut. I don't know what the fuck kind of planet he was on, but they giving out bad haircuts over there. Hope
So-
you want to destroy something? Go destroy the planet that gave your son
Yep.
that haircut. Because that is a
That's the-
horrible,
hey,
horrible haircut.
Wait, that's the true story behind why the planet died. It was
Yeah,
Hulk that, it was
because of
because the
the
barber
haircut.
fucked up his son's hair. I was like, oh fuck no. I was like,
See, this is
Hey.
good that we're talking about this because when Marvel tried to steal our ideas, we got the copyright, so we
We
good.
all know who cut Scar's hair.
Joe Mama.
No, it was Thor Ragnarok.
Yes.
Stan Lee cut Thor's hair, so he probably also cut Scar's hair.
Wait, but he did a good
Yeah.
job on Thor.
Oh, you guys.
I mean, Thor turned to daddy status like twice over
I mean,
with that haircut.
sheer dumb luck. I don't know.
You have to admit, I knew.
Maybe.
Probably,
who
you and your
knows?
wife were probably looking at Thor like, damn, Poppy. I was kidding. I Poppy.
Aye.
Anyways,
No, so I actually was saying before you came on, Alex, that She-Hulk, his reveal and then like a lot of the finale stuff was done very satirical. And that's why I'm wondering, and that's why I put as the title, like, did episode 9 kind of break the main MCU timeline in a way that Kang, not Immortus, or not He Who Remains, is kind of setting up to bring to Kang Dynasty. Like,
yeah.
you have this massive storyline that's happening in Phase 4 that's all kind of leading up, but then She-Hulk is before Miss Marvel, and Miss Marvel was moved to the end of Phase 4 based on the chronology.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, okay, what is really going on here? Is She-Hulk, is like the result of She-Hulk doing all this, breaking what Kang is trying to do? Is Kang Kevin? Is Kevin a Kang invention? Is like what it is She-Hulk? Is that finale actually canon? Like is she part of the 616 universe, or is She-Hulk kind of universe hopping without even knowing that it's happening? So I don't know.
Chris, I'm gonna be honest. That's such a great idea. I don't think they actually came up with that, but I love it though.
Seems like we're
I
coming
would
up with
definitely
amazing
hire you for
ideas
this.
on this show. Like, damn, like Disney needs to be watching this show.
I'm telling you, because I would agree with that, but I'm going to totally disagree because, like I said, I have a problem with the fact that you accurately knew. I can just tell. I did my detective work, so the case is closed. You accurately knew about She-Hulk's lore. You did. And yet, you're still dropping the ball on this. Unless, like you say, this is some kind of, this is a master plan, and I clap right now because that would be a great job. However, I don't know, man. Everything I've been seeing going on is like with other MCU projects and Disney Plus. I mean, it's hard to say. I can't really see it being anything that's going to be canon. Would it be
Yeah.
great to see that? Sure. I mean, but like I said, this is what they got now. You guys got a freaking free think tank. It's called YouTube. Put on some YouTube videos. Sit there with your executives, but look, isn't that a great idea? What the Spiders Layer said? Copyright, copyright, copyright.
Maybe
But
not the
yeah, I
Disney,
mean,
probably not the Disney X Plus, but
Give that
I'm
man a
sure.
job.
yeah.
You know he needs
Listen,
it.
I've worked for Disney before in an unofficial capacity quite a few times, and I wouldn't work at the level of Disney that I've seen people work at. So I'll put it to you like this: that Hollywood scene is not all glitz and glam that you would think it is. It's just like any other shitty job. You got people who are complaining about making only $150 an hour. You know, it's just like anything else. It's when you experience it, you realize, oh, okay. It's just like
Yeah.
anything else. They just get paid more money for a shitty job. It's pretty much what it comes down to, you know. But
Yeah,
I've
that's
been on
true.
things like this. I've been on Disney projects. I worked on one last year. I won't say which one. It's not out
Why?
yet on Disney Plus, but
Wait, did you have to sign
yeah,
a NDA?
yes, yes.
Damn.
So I was talking at the Spiders later, but yeah, of course. Come on, you kidding me? The things I
Maybe,
know. Oh my god.
maybe you
Oh
could
my god, I
message.
could get paid.
Maybe
No,
you
I'm good.
could.
I don't want to get sued.
Maybe
So
you can
I seen the
privately
way.
message us. Maybe.
They don't pay him enough
Nah,
for
it's
him to
not
afford a good
important.
enough
When the
lawyer.
movie comes out, I'll put it to you like this: when the movie comes out, I'll do my review on it, and that will be the movie, and you guys will know. So whatever movie I review that's going to be on Disney Plus is one I worked on, and I didn't do
Okay.
anything great. I didn't star in it. I didn't direct, produce, write, none of that stuff. No, more like behind the scenes. Like, I can't really get into it. But anyway,
Getting water for the
I've seen how
actors.
they work. Oh no, I'm not an assistant or anything like that. Oh
You know,
no,
wait. You know
I
how
mean,
mad I'll
I
be?
get the
Like
I
he
get the
gets
PAs
paid.
complaining to me all the time about their jobs. I laugh at it whenever they're telling me their jobs. They're telling me their problems. They're like, this is unlike. Scared. Tell me. I don't care. I don't even
Watch
know
it.
the producer to complain to him about. So tell me whatever
Yeah.
you want. No, so
Watch
anyway,
it
I
like
did
the
work on
spiders
some Disney
later.
stuff, and
Oh, he's going to get paid like
I did work on some
$300, like $300 an hour just to serve water.
Yeah, that's about right, about 300 an hour. So I've seen these Disney projects, and even in production, they are chaotic. I mean, like
I
the
can
project
imagine.
we were working
I can
on went
imagine.
over
Yeah.
budget by like about $3 million. It
Oh
went over
shit.
budget. They had to shoot like an additional 2 weeks that cost them 3.5 million.
Yeah.
And I mean, just seeing that side of the end of the production side of it, it puts doubt. That's why when you say that, Chris, listen, that's a great idea. But I've seen the production side of it, and I've talked to writers, I talked to producers, and honestly, they just don't get it. They're like, okay, that sounds good, but whatever. Yes. Oh yeah. Especially, I was getting his. Yes, I kept him very hydrated, especially during those naked parts. You gotta make sure those muscles stay lucid.
Wait, how
No, I
wet
never
did you?
worked
How
deep
wet
like
did you
that.
keep them?
Yo, how much
Jugs.
water
Jugs
exists in
and
the
jugs of
ocean?
water.
There's drenched. Don't worry.
Were you blessing them? May the
No, man, I'm not a
let
priest.
let Father Spider bless you. He's like, holy. Oh. I'm just kidding. Can you imagine that going down?
The funniest
The power of
funniest thing
Spider's
I
lair
remember is
compels
when
you.
we compels you to give me all of your freaking grails. That's
Watch it.
that compels you to
Like
give me your grails.
his robe is going to be like this. It's going to be his 2 arms and like 3 on each side, like make it look like a little spider. He's going to bless
listen,
8 people at once.
The power of the layer compels thee. Also, look, speaking of wins, right? I won another raffle, by the way, from
I know.
Soul
What the
Twice. Shout
fuck?
out to our boy Soul Twice.
I know. I saw
He
that.
saw it, right? Another,
Where
I saw
now,
was
it in the
he?
look,
chat. It's a conspiracy. You
I'm
won
telling you,
again.
there's no fix. But I'm
And
starting
he's
to think
nowhere to
there's
be
a fix.
found.
Because check this out. It's one thing that I won, right? But then all of a sudden, the guy who won first pick let me pick first. And you know I was going to pick the spider chibi. Of course I'm going to pick that. It's the damn spider's lair. So, yeah, I think the fix is in. But it's all good, though. I'll keep winning fairly and
He
having
probably
a bunch of
threatened him.
witnesses.
He's like, you
I
better
said,
give me
let me
first
win
pick.
or else. I said, I know where you live, son. I'm coming to you. I'm coming to get you.
I work for
Like,
Disney.
She-Hulk
Disney
got me
knows
that ass.
all.
That's crazy.
Yes, that's why. Yo, it is crazy, man. Like, if you ever work for these people, like, it's like, they lie about the name of the show, so you're riding around, and they're like, "What are you doing here? What's the name?" They give you some fake ass name you gotta give
Yeah.
people. So if you ever in
Code
town,
name
you ever in any big cities, you see these vans, they're always gonna give you. Tell them I work for the union. Just give me the name of this shit. I don't want this. Don't
Wait,
give me this phony street name.
did you see Cray Cray's comment? The Spider's Lair,
No.
aka
The water
Water
boy
Boy
for Thor.
for
Yeah,
Thor.
Oh yeah.
that's what we were talking about.
Yes. Yes. I'm telling you, those muscles need. Look, and that's another thing I did. Okay,
Watch it.
so
Wait, he probably
I guess
oiled
it's okay.
Thor.
No, man. I just hydrated him really well. That's it.
Oh yeah,
I
quotations
just never.
hydrated him. We all know what that
Oh boy. Anyway,
So
you make me lose
back
my
to
damn
She-Hulk.
track of thought. Yes.
What was
plot twist. It was the body double. He mistook him. Okay. All right, last one.
what
Okay.
was
So
the thing about She-Hulk that you liked the best?
that twerking scene. I mean, I
What?
told you, like that CGI. That looked nice. I'm just kidding.
I was
The twerking
so
scene.
Alex. Before you jumped on, I was so pissed that so many people blew up about the twerking scene, the like the way that they interacted in the courtroom. I'm like, that was such a small part of the show.
Yeah.
Why are we so concerned about it?
It wasn't the main thing, and plus it was at the end of the credits. I mean,
And that too, like, it was a post-credit scene. If it was like this main thing and whatnot, like that would have pissed me off too. But like, you're talking about a post-credit scene that's meant to be a joke.
yeah.
Same
Yeah.
with
Just like you should people
I didn't
should
have a
realize
problem with that. I
that.
loved it.
Yeah, people should realize that like after the first post
yeah,
credit scene, or the first episode, like when it's like Captain America, fuck. Yeah, like, everyone should have known that where this was gonna go.
yeah. These post-credit scenes are meant to be jokey, stupid, like She-Hulk-esque post-credit scenes.
Mm-hmm.
It's not meant to be like, hey, we're going to go into the next episode. We're going to go into the next great thing. We're going to tell you all about Kang and Wong and all this crap. It's just, if it has a post-credit scene, it's there to make you laugh.
Yeah, and I thought it was funny the scenes with Wong.
Yeah.
I honestly thought they were so funny.
Oh yeah, Wong was great.
With the
Wong
with
was
that
such a
with that
freaking.
party girl, she's
Yes.
like, "It's the Planas," and he takes her back.
Wong!
He's like, "You just ruined the
That's the
show
Wong
for me."
getting it on with that portal.
Yeah, you know he got it on.
Hell yeah.
Wong.
He got it on like Cheech and Wong.
No. Wong uses Wong.
Oh, Wong was
Alex, that's
Wong.
Wong.
That's just Wong.
Chris. He used that
Like
strong.
Cheech and
I'm
Chong,
kidding.
he's got to smoke his Wong.
No, she smoked
Oh
his Wong.
man. Yes, she
So-
did indeed.
I gotta say,
She
besides
smoked
like
his
all the
Wong.
Wong stuff, the
Wait, which Wong stuff?
All the Wong stuff. Everything's
Wong-
Wong.
the Sorcerer Supreme stuff. Besides all of that, like my favorite part was
that could be a nickname for. I'm just kidding. It will give you It will kid give you magic. It makes you see things.
my favorite part was when they were doing the Emil Blonsky case.
Oh yeah.
And she's like waiting for him to come, and she's got all these people
Oh,
just
yeah,
lined
yeah.
up and stuff. And I'm like, oh my god, this would be so nerve-wracking. And she played that really well, like the way that she's like waiting for him and like checking her watch and like all this crap. And I love the line where she's like, how is someone who has zero commute time late?
I know.
Like he could literally travel back in time if he really wanted to. Like, yeah, he doesn't have the
That's
time
true.
stone,
How
but
are
like,
you late? Because Wong has something stuck to him a couple of seconds before entering into your timeline, so you had to shake it off.
Yep.
That don't make him Wong. That just makes him Wong.
Well, and I like that they
You're talking
basically
about the
said,
party
like,
girl?
there's multiple like realms
Yeah.
within the She-Hulk show. Like the demons were really interesting the way that they played that. I thought that was really interesting. That was a cool storyline. The Donnie Blaze one. I was very curious where they would take that because I know Donnie Blaze probably isn't going to be Ghost Rider, but at the same time, like the fact that you bring up that name of Blaze, like,
is he related to Johnny
something
Blaze?
about it exactly, like the stupid cousin of Johnny Blaze, like
hopefully. I'm just kidding.
And like obviously, if you're talking about demons and other realms and other dimensions, like you're a very short step away from Mephisto.
Into the conversation.
Like
yes,
you start to lead down that path. So it's like I feel like She-Hulk started here and then just slowly meandered and was like, "Hey, we're gonna introduce this and this and this and this and this."
So they kind of took a detour.
Well, we know they definitely did that with the Hulk.
Yeah.
It's like a detour, like what happens on this show.
Pretty much.
And then we all come back, and it's all cohesive.
This show is Times Square, and you're just trying to get on your train. That's what the show is. It's Times Square, and it's got all these trains going in all kinds of directions.
And you still
jump on one and have fun.
You still miss your
stop.
stop.
You still miss your stop by 3 stops.
Can we hack one of the Times Square screens so that way our show can be up in Times Square live?
Oh, shit.
Yeah, that's easy. That's all public cameras. You could get that. Yeah, there's a Times Square one that actually streams. Yeah, sure.
Hey, if you do that,
we'll have one next week, Times Square. And
if you do that, I'm gonna keep my face hidden
about everything.
Oh, we have them connect. Like, well, this is what we think about it.
Your face on all the audience.
How to stream live to Times Square without anyone knowing?
Yeah.
Watch, is there actually gonna be a link? Like, oh shit, that was easy. That was easy. And then you gotta buy one of those staples with the staples around you. Those buttons. That was easy.
You just schedule your time and you're good to go. No worries.
There's a hunt. This is easier than I thought.
It's probably like the smallest screen in all of Times Square.
But you want to still get that one viewer though?
Oh, Siri found something.
Oh shit, Siri, hook us up.
Uh-oh, Siri. Siri, stop listening to me. Siri, shut off my searches. What the hell?
Whoa, we don't want to know your search history.
So anything else you guys want to talk about with She-Hulk?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
What? What? What'd you laugh? I just said
I'm laughing at my girl.
Oh
no, I was laughing.
like wow, at least I know where I stand. You just fake laugh at my jokes. Okay, I see. You just wait.
No, I was laughing at what my girl was saying. She was telling me to shut up and let you guys talk. I'm sorry, D. This goes out to the lady of the layer. I'm sorry, honey. All right, they can talk now. I'm sorry, guys. You can all continue now. She's telling me to.
It's like, hey, at least he's watching.
You're on in the show. Shut up. Pause. Let them speak. See, I don't pause. I'm sorry. Continue. See,
is she watching?
I don't pause even when I'm trying to explain it. Yes.
Okay.
Big fan.
Very
Shout out to the lady of the layer.
There you go.
I'll be in bed soon, honey. But I'm going to sleep. I'm tired.
He's gonna bless you tonight.
Gonna do it the Disney execs.
He's gonna bless you tonight with that mistake. I'm saying no.
He's gonna do the opposite of what the Disney execs do and go find more content on YouTube to watch.
Yes, exactly. I'm gonna find great content. Also, speaking of numbers, guys, how's your channels been? Because I did have a little mini explosion a couple days ago on one of my shorts. Okay. I put like a what did I put? I put Bully Maguire's face on one character, and the other character I put as The Rock, and it did like 25,000 views. I was like, "Oh, I'm back in business." And I just gained like about 42 subscribers. That's
awesome.
My money. Those shorts.
That's good.
So I mean, it's still slower than it was, but that was my second like most viewed short besides the one I did with Will Smith, which was like 51,000. So those things help, man. Shorts are the way to go, for sure. I mean, I wouldn't have all these fans if I didn't have shorts. So thank you all for liking the couple of seconds I put out that take me hours to make. But it's all worth it. I don't care. It's fun. You know what I'm saying? Like when I do these shorts, like I like your shorts, Chris. I've been I don't know if you even know that. I've been liking all your stuff. I've been commenting on your shorts. I like the background.
Yeah.
You got very historical, accurate Marvel DC lore background. Good source, Comic Lounge. Anything I need to know, I'm gonna ask this man right here. Anything you need to know about the spiders, come ask me. I got you. Don't worry about it. I know all this.
Hey,
I know most of it.
This is gonna be a complete joke, but I like how you finished telling us how your girlfriend told you to be quiet, and now you're still talking.
And I'm still talking exactly. Like she's texting me now. She's like, "Shut up."
I don't mind it.
I don't mind it at all. But
it's funny. It's just funny how like
she said, "Don't mess with the Batwoman."
That's some She-Hulk satire right there.
I just like how like we discussed that, but then
she texted me, "Why didn't I start a Batcave?" She always asks me this. She goes, "Why didn't you start a Batcave, honey?" I'm like, "Because I love Spider-Man." She says, "Batman." So that's so imagine my fiance loves Batman and I love Spider-Man. But I will say this much: Batman is the number 2 in the layer. Wait, right there, number 2. And I got him tied with Spawn. So that's my heroes. It's Spider-Man, it's Batman, Spawn, Superman, I guess, and then everybody else. I don't really care for whatever order. Well, no, Wolverine, I would say.
Well, you gotta get the new.
I would say Wolverine before Superman, and then Superman. That's my top 5.
The new Spawn Batman comic. I think it's a one shot.
Hell yeah, I'm getting that.
I'm not gonna lie.
I got the Batman Spawn.
I'm gonna lie. I ordered all the variants.
Yeah, you got to. Those books are hot. I got Batman, Spider-Man.
I gotta look at what's coming out for the new Miles Morales series that's starting.
Oh yeah,
because there's supposed to be a brand new villain that Miles is gonna be fighting like his own rogue gallery villain, which should be absolutely crazy. Okay. So
what's crazy is that they made him in the movies. They made the Prowler his uncle. I found that to be crazy. I like that touch.
It's gonna be. Well, I know who the new villain is. His Father Spider's lair.
You're damn right.
Watch it. That's the project. That's the project he's working on. It's not even a movie. He's gonna be in there. I was like, "What's up, guy?" Miles is trying to say a word, but he just keeps talking.
Oh, Miles, I know your story better than you. Shut up.
Oh, that'd be so funny though. That'd be cool if you got like in your own comic book.
Yeah, exactly. Don't mess with the Batwoman. She kills me. I'm trying to get her on here. She says she'll come on the camera, but she said she's not coming on unless she's wearing her cape and cowl. So I'm like, all right, well.
I wouldn't mind seeing that. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. No, don't worry. I told her I may put you on. I mean, I told her overnight I may get a couple thousand subscribers. Why not? You know, she's like,
So you'd be the only reason why you get monetized.
I love that.
I get monetized because of her.
The TikTok. It's like, well, I don't have boobs and I don't have talent, so off to work I go.
Well, you could have boobs. It just depends how fat. I'm just gonna.
Depends what pills you want to take in this day.
No, it depends how. It depends how much you want to squeeze your chest. I mean,
there you go.
Squeeze them together, they would look realistic.
So, Alex, what did you want to say about She-Hulk?
Oh yeah, that's why I almost forgot. I felt like it was a Spider Layer show.
No, you're good.
No, Sissy, what was I gonna say?
See, I gotta shut up.
Oh yeah, wait, like like with the meditation, like after she was experiencing one, like getting ghosted by that dude.
Yeah.
You know, like she was talking. Like, do you know what I mean now? How I meant when I said that was really good writing for the show. She was talking about how she needed to vote. I forgot what she said. Let us know when she opened up to the group.
Yes. Okay.
That was completely different of the writing you could tell. And I thought that was really good.
See, there was a lot about the writing that I really did like. One of the biggest things that I liked was you felt like she was this new hero. Like she really wants to still be Jennifer Walters. And I thought that's what that Titania episode went after was at the beginning. She's like, no. I'm not She-Hulk. I'm never gonna go by She-Hulk. Like, that's not me. Like, you guys need to stop. Yes, I have these powers now, but I'm not going to be her. And it's like
Selfish.
that origin story of like acceptance and trying to realize that, yeah, this isn't something I wanted, but at the same time, it's something that happened that I have to deal with. And if I'm not going to deal with it, then I'm only going to get forced to deal with it later down the line.
That's
And
true.
I
I like
thought
that
that
part.
side of the writing was very well done.
Yeah, I agree. That was really good. I like it how she finally accepted it.
Yeah.
She embraced
Yeah, because
it.
you know that was going to happen eventually. But you know how she got to accept it, right? She got fired from one job. Then they told her to show up as She-Hulk. Then gets fired from the other job at the end. So now she has no choice but to be She-Hulk. So does she really want to do it at this point? Or is she like, oh, well, fuck it. I already burned all my bridges. Might as well keep going. I don't know. But
No.
yeah, I mean, the writing itself, like I said, you guys had 3 years to write this, and I'm only going by what they're saying. It's not my personal opinion. You know, we had 3 years and we decided to end it with a troll. No,
Yeah.
please. I would like to see another season. I think there's a lot of, like I said, it's real simple, people. You have all the source material. Even if you don't want to use it, pick up a comic anyway.
Yeah.
What's gonna hurt you? I wish Marvel would call me. You kidding me? Let them do a freaking interview with me sitting there. I'd give them the whole law, almost every freaking character. I'd be like, now what? Just
That
tell me
meeting's
what
gonna last
movies
3
and shows you
days.
want me to work on. That's it.
That
That's
meeting
it.
will last
It
3
don't
years.
matter.
Was there a
I can tell you
storyline in the
comics going
comics?
back from the last 30 plus.
Was there a storyline in the comics where they stole her blood in order to make more Hulks?
I
Was
think
Yes.
that the
so.
original
Yeah.
storyline?
Yeah, well, what happens in the original storyline? Oh, we're talking about Savage She-Hulk or Sensational, because the Savage She-Hulk pretty much in that original storyline, she was after like one of reputed mobsters, and they put a hit on her, and that's how she winds up becoming a Hulk to begin with.
Yeah.
And I believe that run was about 23 or 24 issue run, and it was pretty much
I thought it
her
was 32.
going after these people because during that time they were trying to extract her blood because
Okay.
they heard that this is how she became the She-Hulk. So they were trying to steal her blood. So, and that's another problem I have with the show, because you're following Savage She-Hulk at this point is kind of mixed with Sensational She-Hulk at the same
Yeah.
time, but she's not at that level yet. I feel that towards the end she got to the level of Sensational She-Hulk. Like I said, if they was to do the second season with Sensational She-Hulk and run with that whole John Burns run the way that she did it, the fourth wall, keep all that, make her promiscuous, that's fine, and just make her the hero that she was meant to be. Because also, there's great potential. We have Secret Wars coming out.
Yeah.
She is major in Secret Wars.
Yep.
I felt that.
That's one of the teas about her not being in a movie, her own movie. Yes, she will never be in her own movie, but they never said she won't be in the damn Secret Wars.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I felt
You
like
need her in there.
they really touched upon the Savage She-Hulk, the second to last episode when she went full blown rage. That's
Yeah.
why I felt like they really showed Savage She-Hulk kind of.
See, but what I liked about the original Savage She-Hulk is that what Bruce is saying is true. She had to learn how to control her powers, but
That's
she
true.
did not fuck around in the Savage She-Hulk either. She went after these guys and tried to kill them, you know? But then learning from her cousin and his experiences, then she's like, okay, so now I'm going to become something more, something different. And that's when she gives up the law and becomes a full-time superhero. Goes to Battle World. She winds up joining the Fantastic Four because on Battle World, Ben Grimm can stay human. So he decides to stay on Battle World for a while. And she goes back to Earth. And she's now, at that point, part of the Fantastic Four. And she was also an Avenger. This girl's got some major roles to play in almost all the movies. I mean, she should have already been in the Avengers. She should have already been in the Infinity Saga. We're going completely backwards. I mean, Secret Wars was first. Then you had Infinity Gauntlet. It's like they're doing it, but they're doing the story completely backwards. You're putting characters in there that were already supposed to be in from the last Phase 4. She's a major part of a lot of, like, she's one of those, I would call her the special guest characters that are in a lot of major stories that connect the Marvel comic universe.
And
to the point that when you see them trying to do it like this, guys, you know the law. You show me you know the law. Just keep going with it. Just make it funny, make it satire, make it contradictory. I love the fact that she was complaining about being catcalled and was twerking at the end of another episode. I found that to be hilarious. I made a short about that too. It's great. I'll put her in there, and while she's saying, you don't know how it is being catcalled, and I have her twerking while she's saying that. It's great. I love that.
I will say
all that.
This is what I was going to say too. I love the opening of the last episode.
Yeah,
when the callback
like
to the original.
Yes, I did like.
I was like, I saw that as soon as I heard the ding ding ding. I was like, oh my god. And was it? Were they supposed to make the She-Hulk funny?
She-Hulk put back on the Incredible Hulk.
Yeah. Wait, was it?
Yeah, it's supposed to be a satire.
No, because like it looked like a man trying to be a woman. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not saying like if it was a woman, I'm not making fun of her appearance, but I'm saying to me at first glance it looked like a man trying to be a woman. Was that? Was that a guy or was it a woman?
Oh, that whole scene. That's from
I know, but
no. About the scene when she's sitting in the chair.
No, like the whole thing, yeah, because they even equated. I know, but no, I meant when they showed her version of the She-Hulk, because they added her She-Hulk, the female She-Hulk, by doing the car thing and everything. Yeah. Was that like? Yeah. Was that a man too, acting as She-Hulk, or was that a woman?
Oh, I don't know, man.
I don't know if they were trying to be funny with it or not. Baby. But I don't want to be offensive if it was a woman.
See. No, we don't know, and there's nothing to be apologetic for. I mean, if I really don't know, how can I offend?
It looked.
I mean, I don't know.
But it was man, definitely. Oh, I thought it was funny.
No, you talk about the part where she was trans. Man, definitely. Yes, for sure. See,
okay, that was so funny. That was funny. I just like.
I don't know if Cray Cray's being funny or serious, but
yeah, but it was funny. I don't know. I thought it was funny, and I like it. It was a great homage to the original. I was thinking to myself, I wonder how many people. Yeah, how many people are gonna actually recognize this and know what this is? Because the younger generation will probably think, "Oh, that's cool," but the older generation who like grew up on this and stuff, like, "Oh, sweet." Well, I didn't grow up on it. I was too young for it, but I saw it.
If you're about 25 and under, you're not gonna get that. If you're 25 and under, that gets one completely over your head.
Stop being a baby.
I'm pretty sure.
Sorry,
I feel like She-Hulk was like the perfect balance of fan service to the older fans who like knew She-Hulk and was cool with like just them doing what they wanted to do with it, as well as let's get some new people interested in this character, because there's certain characters like She-Hulk, Hawkeye, like they cannot and don't need their own movie. Black Widow proved that. You did not need to have a Black Widow movie in order to introduce Yelena Belova as Black Widow.
But it was
I love that movie until the end of time because of all the jokes and all of that kind of stuff between the two of them. Yeah,
I still need to watch that movie. I still haven't watched it.
It's so good.
But it's nice to see Scarlett Johansson in the suit again.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'd like to see Scarlett Johansson anytime.
Doesn't matter what suit she's in.
I'm sorry, honey. No, I didn't say that. Chris told me to say that. He told me to say that.
Chris told me to say that. I'm under Chris.
Hey, my wife will admit she's okay with Scarlett Johansson in any suit as well.
Chris gives me a script to say. I have to say certain jokes or else he'll kick me off the channel. So I had to say that.
There you go. Yeah, I got the script right here. See? Oh my god, it's funny, man.
That's the unspoken contract that we actually signed by subscribing and becoming a member. There's like really small print.
You sign in blood.
I remember.
Wait, when did you get my blood? Wait, you got my blood?
You didn't give him your blood. You didn't give me your blood. I had to stab my finger and sign some documents.
No, I just had to sign up. He made me spend $10 a month.
It's like that episode of Big Bang where Sheldon tests Raj's blood. He goes, "Don't worry, your blood sample came back good." He goes, "When did you take my blood?"
Yeah, exactly. You look great. When to take it? Oh my god, that's funny.
I like Chris has his ways.
I've got Wong.
I was gonna say that, but I thought like we milked that joke already.
Well, I just send Wong around to everyone, you know.
I'm like, you start
Well,
using
you know
that as a verb now.
I'll
Like,
tell
I
you
hate
what.
Wong.
No, I'll tell you now what. I got 99 problems, but my biznatch ain't Wong. Did that come out right?
What?
Oh no!
Are you
Wait,
are you talking about
I got what you
your
mean.
girlfriend? What? I was like, dude, if you're trying to be
no.
gangster, but you gotta like say the meaning is different. I think you messed up on that one.
She said it's fine. No, she said it's fine. It's okay. All right, thanks, honey. Thanks.
Wait, is she next to you or is she watching the show?
Oh no, I'm in the lair. She's in the back cave. You know, she got her own stuff.
Oh, I
I
was
got my
gonna
own
say, like,
stuff.
is she like monitoring your like content, like what
No,
you can and cannot
no.
say?
She
I was like,
actually,
yeah. I was
no,
like,
whenever I do anything like this, she supports what I do. She's a
There
good
you go.
lady. That's what you need. So, you know, she was like, "You got to be on tonight." I was like, "Yeah." So she was like,
watch it.
"All
We go
right,
here
put
in
it
the
on for me.
background.
I'll
Like,
watch it."
That's
She said, "I
awesome.
just want to be nice and comfortable." So I was like, "Yeah, go ahead, go for it." So I'll be there
but
soon, hun. Yeah, right.
as soon
I
as
hear
like
the door
a
slamming. The car left.
as soon as a woman
Say what?
comments on, as soon as a woman comments about you, it's like, what the hell? Remember that, Chris? Remember we got that by the
Oh
woman
yeah,
that one
I
time,
remember that
and
one.
your wife was like, who the hell is that bitch? What the fuck? So that happened on one of the lives. I was like
Yeah.
dying because he thought it
I
was one
thought
of
it
her
was
friends.
because she was hanging out with her friends, and I thought like her friend might have had a channel on YouTube, and she was commenting. I was like, "Who the hell is this?" And my wife called me, and she was saying, "Who are you talking about? We're watching it, and we're not like that's not us." And I was like, "Oh shit."
Oh shit!
I had no idea who the hell it was.
Oh,
Chris is
you're
like, I
getting
should stop
trolled.
talking now.
Cut it.
But
That's
yeah,
it. When you see everything flying around, it's over.
Like he
But I
blocks
got a
his
good
wife.
lot there.
He blocks his wife so she doesn't see any more comments.
no, that would be
Blocking on
super
her
sketchy.
server.
Watch it. I like at the end of the night, I just hear Chris's door slam open. It's like Chris, like oh shit.
I'd make her a moderator before anything else.
That's what I need to
That'd be
do. I
some
need to
funny
make
stuff
my.
too, though.
I gotta start. I'm starting. Yeah, you know what? I have to start thinking about expanding this because maybe you're having the same problem I'm having. It's so much work. I really need
Yep.
help with my channel. I'm a one-man producer, director, everything. Jesus.
If you pay
I
me,
really need a
It
little
all
help.
starts somewhere, right?
if you pay me, I could just be the
Yeah,
person who gives you motivation. You got this.
no, I tell you what we
Yeah.
do is we go together. This way we all get paid together.
There you
See, then
go.
we're all equal.
He's
It's
gonna.
like they said in the Rings of Power.
I never
One
saw. I didn't.
divide. Wait. One corrupts, two divides, but three, whatever the hell three was, I don't remember. But
Wait, you gotta just
three is
be.
uncorruptible.
You can't be just saying the quote and you don't even remember. Like, okay, it's just like the quote of the like the wings. Like,
Because
wait, I don't know
it
it
was
anymore.
such a nonsensical quote. It's not even worth remembering. One is
But why
corrupt,
mention
two
it if
divides,
you
but
don't?
three binds.
But
I don't know.
wouldn't four be better because you have a more binding?
I think it would be better for four, but they only had three of them, so you know. I guess they had to do with how many people they had
It's
at the
like
time.
breaking it
They
down.
didn't have the budget for 4.
Yeah, I mean, it was only $1 billion, so they ran out of budget for a fourth person.
Yep.
It would have been another 25 to 50 million dollars on top of that. So they were like, you know what, we leave it with 3. We good with that.
So
fuck
last
it.
thing of the night, one of my students asked me while we're talking about budgets. They're like, "So how does a movie take so much money to make if they're not actually traveling to all these places like they used to?" Because we're watching Shang-Chi right now, and she goes, "Did they go to China to film some of this?" And I was like, "I'm sure they did some. Like I don't know all, but
Chris is Shang-Chi.
Shang-Chi, whatever."
Don't make it so white. I'm just kidding.
So I basically was like, I mean, if you
I
think
don't have
about
anything
it,
against white people, by the way. Everyone
okay.
watching, it's a joke. It's a joke.
You're a
Please don't cancel me.
misogynistic man.
Wait, what? No, I'm
Joke
talking about.
alert.
How's that misogynistic?
Trigger warning.
Wait,
It's not.
I was like, dude, that doesn't even make sense. It's not even the right context.
I know.
So
I was
You just.
quoting one of my shows I was watching earlier. You're a
Oh, I was like,
misogynist. I'm like, well, I am. I love women though. What are you talking about?
anyways, and she was just like, "Oh, so if they don't travel to all these places, how does it cost so much money? I was like, well, when they do travel and like the amount of people it takes to make one of these, like you see 4
Yeah.
people out right now. There's probably 400 behind the scenes making this one scene, this one 3-minute clip of this movie. There's probably 400 people working on every little detail of this movie, this scene alone. Like, watch the
Oh,
credits next time you
definitely.
see a movie and count all the
Yeah.
different names you see. It's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you have grips, you have truck drivers, you have van drivers, you have
Yeah.
like people who set up the props, the
Even
costumes,
caterers
everything.
too. Like people don't think
Yes, you
about it.
do.
Caterers,
They call them crafty. So yeah, catering,
and
and
then you
that's
have
the most
Spotter's
important
Layer who
part of the
just
job.
oils up the actors.
I try. I give them advice all the time. I really do. I tell them what I think, and they go, "Would you be my manager?" I go, "Nah, Hollywood's too scummy. I can't do it."
Yeah, but Alex,
But
Spider's
No, but
Lair
I
gets
actually
paid in
met a couple of
slabs.
stars, and I talked to some of them. Yeah, I
well,
mean,
he gets paid
I got a
what?
couple of stars as friends, and I talk to some of them sometimes, and I don't sweat them a lot. But they're good people. I met a lot of good people, and bottom line is, they just want to be treated like everybody else. Is no big deal. I mean, I met stars that at first I didn't realize they were stars. So you just meet people like
Yeah.
that. And I'm like, wait a minute, you look familiar. Goes, oh, I'm this person. I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah, I think I
Wait, you're
did see
George
some of your
Clooney?
stuff. And immediately the guy's like, I want this guy to be with me all the time. Why? Because he doesn't know who I am, and I love it. He was like really refreshed with the idea. I had no clue
Yeah.
who he was, and it bugged him the hell out. And I'm like, okay, dude. And I watched somebody say, oh, I remember you now. I said, what do you think? I said, I still don't know who you are, but it's all good. Just to mess with them, But it's all
Yeah.
good because
Like, can
when
you
I'm
tell
famous
us who
one
you
day,
met?
y'all can come up to me. Um, let me see.
Like at least like one person.
Nah, I ain't gonna say it now because it's something of a matter of not even asking them if it would be okay. But they do
Okay,
watch my show.
that's fine.
So my boy's out there watching us right now.
Wait, famous people are watching the show?
We will be working together. Oh yeah, I got about a
Oh
few of them.
shit!
I
Yo,
got a
hook
few
us
of them.
up. Hook us up with that,
Yo, I'm
Chris,
trying,
and
man. I'm
we
trying,
can all white labels
I mean,
for
I'll be
you.
honest. I mean, if I really pushed it, I could have probably been into the business, but I just didn't want to do it like that. In that way,
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm weird like that. I just didn't want to. I mean,
I
because
get
I
that.
seen it like from a different angle, and I work
Yeah.
the same hours that they would work. I mean, when I'm working, it's like 14 hours plus. Same thing that they have, and it's just like what you said, Chris, is 100% true. Hundreds of people are setting up
Yeah,
one scene, you know, and it's so many. You have no idea how many thousands of people are employed by this business. I take
Yeah.
my hats off to a lot of these people that do it because it is a big production, and it does create revenue for whatever city they're shooting in. It creates revenue for the taxpayers. I mean, it these people come and
Yeah.
they were doing close in my neighborhood. They were doing a scene from the Blacklist, and
Oh,
they were doing a scene in the park. It's not out yet. That'll be out probably by next year. The episode I'm telling you now. I'm not working the job, so I can talk about it. So
I was
that's
about to
just
say,
something
dude,
I
I thought you,
observed.
I thought we were about to talk about it.
No, I can't talk about jobs that I worked on. But if I just so happen to walk in on one that's just out the blue and no one told me about it, then I could talk about it.
It's
And
like,
the
oh,
point I was making about the Blacklist was that I like how they came in because you see, it's a tax revenue raiser thing, and the Parks Department was there. I guess they were shooting the scene in the parks. Now I never seen them in that park cutting anything. All of a sudden, all the trees are being pruned and everything. I'm like, yeah. And I told the Parks Department, hey, they're gonna be here tomorrow. Get that tree too and come around the corner. My tree in front of my house. And they start going around and they were cutting everything down.
and
And
you're like,
so
That's
I
amazing.
was
you're like,
watching
there's like, oh my god, that's my tree. When you're watching the show, maybe, oh my god, that's my tree over there.
I thought one of them was gonna recognize me and be like, "Hey, you haven't been working a couple weeks. Where you been?" And I was like, "Oh, okay, none of my guys are working. Then thank God." So I was like walking my dog out of the blue. I'm like, "Oh, this looks like my job. Hold on." I'm looking around. I was like, "Oh, that's one of the shows. Wait, okay, no." I looked. I said, "Okay, I'm good. I'm good until next month." Yeah, I've been ducking my job. I have the kind of job that it's like if I want to work, I just tell them I work, and I just haven't been telling them I've been working since oh, it's been about almost 10 months now. Yeah, I gotta go back soon. So
You're
if you guys
avoiding
see me in
them.
a couple weeks, I'm gonna try to. Well, no, I mean I can go back anytime I want. I just had a lot of stuff coming up because where I'm at in the East Coast, it's getting to that nice weather where you could do like summer's too hot to work outside, winter's too cold to work outside. The spring is weird because you gotta get different things done, but the fall is what I need. And now it's a good weather. I'm getting a lot of stuff done, especially in the layout. I mean, if you guys were to see behind the scenes, you'll be like, "What the hell? How do you make it look this good?" It looks like a freaking torn up movie set from behind here. But it's because I have so many collectibles and stuff I still gotta put away. I'm still looking for that. I had She-Hulk somewhere. I can't find her. I've been looking for her
that's
all
how
day.
the actors he needs pays them. They just pay him in comic book slab.
I mean, I actually had a couple of sponsors who given me comics and stuff, so I like that when I get sponsorships like that. They're like, well, how much would you want? I'm like, well, do you have any kind of comics or slide? They're like, really? I'm like, yeah, I'm a collector. I mean, I'm not rich or anything, but at the end of the day, I want them comics, and that's it. You know,
give me those comics.
I mean, I have like I'll just show you guys. Oh, this is not even like all of them. This is just a few that I have. Wait, let me see if I can.
You just want to flex.
You
want to flex right now?
This is no. This is not flexing. This is just a few I have to still go over all my videos. That's nothing. I have
That's crazy. That's cool.
Right now in these bundles, each one comes with 3. So I must have about. I think I have about 175 of them that I haven't even got to yet. I do videos every day, and I'm doing 4 bundles, but I make like about 4 or 5 videos a day, and I distribute it through the week. And it's like I gotta just keep making videos because I'm gonna have too much stuff. I have too much stuff. I have to make comics. That's not a complaint either. I have to make comics, and I love it. I love it. I'm building like my.
Hey Chris,
I have
we need
about
to stay friends
36 boxes.
We need to stay friends with the Spotless Layer. Maybe you could hook us up with backstage passes.
There you go.
I got you guys. Don't worry about it. What are you kidding me? We're all going to be working together, chilling. Just remember, we're not selling our show to Disney. Hell no. We are not selling to Disney. We'll
watch
sell
it
to
next
Netflix,
week,
but never to Disney.
Next week,
live from the premiere of Kang Dynasty.
Yeah, next week is like we sold out to Disney because of the big paycheck.
No, don't ever sell out to Disney. Listen, I will never sell out. I'm telling you, Disney, right now, you're gonna want a lot of stuff I got, and the answer is no, 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 no. You know what I want, Disney? Hire me for one show, just one show. And no, it ain't gonna be Spider-Man. You guys will screw that up. I was so happy that they did not get Spider-Man to guest star there. I was putting my hands together. I was like, yeah, I didn't mind Daredevil. You know, Charlie Cox is a great actor. I loved him. And by the way, we'll talk about that real quick before we go. But I loved him in Daredevil. I loved him in She-Hulk. He took it over. See, that's how much I loved him. I thought I was watching Daredevil again. And who's this green jolly giant over here? Oh, this is a She-Hulk show. That's what happened. But
side piece.
yeah,
I
mean,
no,
I really hope
side piece.
like
it's Hulk episode 1, Wong episode 2, 3, 4.
Yeah,
Daredevil 5,
Daredevil episode of 5, 6, and the last episode, he just kind of shows up at the last minute. Which I love the part that he shows up to her family's barbecue.
I know, that was funny.
And I'm thinking in my back of my mind, he's like thinking, he must be thinking, you know, I just banged your daughter like last week, and now we're here talking about babies. Like, you that desperate daddy to get her married? Listen, do you know what your daughter's been doing out there? Did he go to the award dinner where they was where Intelligent was saying that she was whoring around? So he had to have seen that. This is what your daughter's been doing. She hasn't been with Matt Murdock. That was a hookup. It's all good. You know, every father wants to think of their little girl is just that. But at the end of the day, she's She-Hulk. She's living her life. She's promiscuous, and that's the way she's supposed to be. And that's the way I want her to be. Let her live and smash whoever she wants. She got a Hulk female smash any dude she wants. That's it.
I wouldn't mind.
I like when she said Hulk smash.
I did like that.
I wouldn't mind. I mean, if I was one, I may like. I may never use my legs again, but still.
No, it doesn't matter. She gonna smash you. That's it. She gonna smash you and thrash you.
I was like, I'm in the hospital. It's like worth it.
She'd be like, Hulk smash. You're like, no.
So what did you want to say about Daredevil?
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
You said something about you really want to talk about Daredevil real quick. I mean, I loved him in She-Hulk. I thought he was the perfect cameo for this, and the way they did it was really good.
Honestly, I think
really,
they'd
like I
make a
said,
good couple, to be honest. If they go that route.
I wouldn't even. I mean, I wouldn't really mind seeing that either if he was going to be her little main squeeze. I don't care for that. Like, I'm fine with that. Like, anything related to She-Hulk sexuality, I'm all for. I have no problem however they want to go. Like I said, I think it's cute though that the only guy that she actually found that really showed interest in her just so happened to be the blind man. I'm just jesting though, but it is funny if you think about it. The only
Yeah.
dude that ever showed back up. Because I like that one dude that she
I'll be right back,
I
gentlemen.
call him the bangable baby. He was a big dude, and she takes him into the bedroom, and then the next day she wakes up as Jennifer Walters, and he's just like, I'm out, and he
Yeah,
doesn't even want to be bothered with her.
it's like fucked up.
Look, you
I
see, Chris
mean,
don't even want to be bothered. He was like, "That's it, I'm out. You people disgust me." Hey, Chris, I like that backing on your chair.
yeah, I've
Give
never
me
seen
that.
that before.
What's
Dang.
going on here, man? Now we're interviewing Chris's chair. So Chris's chair, what do you think about She-Hulk?
What are you wearing tonight?
Oh,
Is it Versace?
I'm
Marc
wearing
Jacobs?
Spider. What about you? Where did Chris go?
No, I think he said
Where'd
he'd be
you
right back.
go? Oh, okay. I'm looking for that damn She-Hulk. I'm telling you, I can't find it
We
anywhere.
should both leave and sleep when Kiss comes back. I like, what? I'm just kidding.
We should leave, go off to the side. You know
Yeah.
what? And then we come back. Surprise! Oh man. So my girl says, let's see. She keeps telling me this is Chris's show. Let him talk. I'm sorry. That's for
Nah.
everybody out there.
Watch it next week. But welcome to the Spider's Lair on Chris's channel.
Be sitting in Chris's chair. I'll tell you, the Leia wants that chair. It's going to reappear here. Yeah, so I won another raffle with Sold twice. I
That's
found that
nice.
too. Were you watching that raffle? Were you watching that
No.
raffle? Yeah,
I think I was at work.
laughing. Yeah, I was laughing because I was like, "Oh well, it's time for me to win again." So
I know, like I saw that
Um,
message pop up on my screen, like, really another raffle?
you're calling the conspiracies on this.
Yeah, I know. Like I was
You
like,
gotta
we were
do
just talking
you
about
gotta
this
do
last
a
week.
whole behind-the-scenes investigation. I know, right? Isn't it funny? We were talking about last week. I was like, "Yeah, I did win." I didn't think I was gonna win again. I'll be honest. I think he had like 5 spots for 15, and you get one free. So I was like, I support. Yeah, man, go throw me in. I got you. And then next
Watch
thing
it
you know,
next
I
week. You're gonna
won. I
win
was like, what
again.
the hell? I won like I was doing a review on his books this week. I won like six books total from him. I won 6
Dang.
books, but on different contests, not at the same time, but different contests. Like it came to a point where I was just on one after like the third one. I was like, hey, you know what? Just hold on to these books. Maybe I'll win another one. And I just kept winning. So he finally said
Winning
it to
and
me.
winning and winning. Gotta keep on winning. All you
So
do
my
is
girl's
win.
telling me that that's Spider Noir in the chair. Maybe it is. I'm not sure.
It looks like it.
No, you are. Oh, okay. Spider-Man Noir in the chair. She says, I am very lucky always. Oh, okay. Thank you, baby.
Wait, she's lucky for
I am
you?
very lucky. She said, I'm lucky. I don't know. I guess I'm very lucky always. So thank you. I am lucky. Look, we're sitting here in America talking about She-Hulk sucking.
Wait,
So what did you think about it, Alex? Did
which
you really
America?
like the movie? Oh, America
North.
with an M. North, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm not in
I thought
South
She-Hulk
America. Here.
I thought She-Hulk was good. It was entertaining. Like I wasn't completely opposed to it. I wish some things they would
Yeah,
have
I mean,
changed. Other things they like I let slide. Like it wasn't like so big, like off-putting to me. I genuinely enjoyed it.
yeah.
Honestly, like I may be an outlier, to other people like saying, "Oh, I don't like it," but I thought it was funny. I liked it.
Look,
Some
it's
writing
like I
could be
said at the
improved.
beginning.
Yeah, some
Yeah,
writing could be improved
at the
on,
end of the
but
day, we can
other than
agree.
that, it was good. As
Yeah,
long as
I
I'm
mean, like I
entertained,
said,
I'm good.
I want. Well, I want to be entertained, but I also want like common
Subs-
sense. Like I get it if you're doing something satire-y, but
yeah,
then you can mix satire in and still get a good action flick. I mean,
Yeah, I just
there's
wish
plenty of
that they didn't.
satire out there.
I just wish they didn't like um I don't know, like some of the writing, some of the views, some of the jokes, like women
Yeah.
need this, men are this, men are dumb, and everything. Like, yeah, like that's not healthy for younger viewers. But besides that, like the content itself was good. It was fun. I liked it. I like how they brought in characters that we had when they think that we'll see, like Leapfrog.
I will say this much. Yeah, I will say this much. If they do a season 2, just put more action in it. I don't care
Yeah.
what's going on. Just put more action in it. I just think that she should be in more action scenes. She should be fighting.
Yeah,
She should be showing her true Hulk power.
Agreed.
Not like she's about to attack some guys outside because they were calling her pretty. No. Which, by the way, she looks better as a 2G Hulk. No, I'm not gonna be mean like that. But I'm saying like she's worried about being catcalled was gonna pound some guys to death into the Hulk King. So
Yeah.
you gotta pick your priorities, girl. Take out all that anger and rage on some super powerful being that could take a couple of punches. Don't kill
Yep.
your boyfriend Matt Murdock, please. Like she winds up in one episode almost committing a homicide, vehicular homicide, by throwing a vehicle at a man to sleep
Mm-hmm.
with him in the same episode.
Well, she also
hey,
doesn't know her own
Hey,
strength
that's
yet.
funny.
that's how you know it's
Yeah,
true love.
that's true too.
But
Yeah,
and
okay.
that's why I feel like the
Listen,
writing
Matt,
was there for it to be an origin because she really doesn't know what she's capable of yet. She just thought, hey, I can do a
and
little bit
so
better than my cousin. Let's go do it.
what she said was
So,
specifically that she didn't need to be trained and she can handle her anger
yep.
infinitely million times better than he could. And I'm thinking about the time when he just had lost his wife, his woman. He was gonna kill himself, but the Hulk wouldn't allow him to. And she's telling him the
Yeah.
story. And I'm thinking about that. I'm like, yeah, okay, lady, sure. Yeah, sure, because you lost the love of your life and you try to kill yourself over it. Yeah, sure, lady. Whatever you say.
And
She should have just took her cousin's advice and
yep.
trained for a little while longer. She wouldn't have been in this mess. But I get it too. Also, they
Yeah,
were trying to show that she is the anti-hero.
Yeah.
But maybe this will be good because now she's going to become the hero that she was always meant to be.
Yes.
So if they do a season 2, which I'm hearing that they may not, I'm hoping that they do. I personally want to see a season 2, good or bad. I want to see how this nightmare is going to end for me.
Yep.
And if they make room for improvements, then I'll be the first to say, hey, you know what? Season 1 was a little wacky, but it kind of made sense in season 2, 3, and 4, and this is how they wrapped it up. So
Exactly.
we'll see. There's still
yeah,
potential there. And like we
Plenty.
said, at the end of the day, it's just a Disney Plus show. It's not a movie. It's
Yep.
not anything like major canon. I mean, she has minor canon. Like I said, she is in a lot of stuff in the MCU, in the comics, but she's pretty much, it's minor canon minus her own stories, which if you guys haven't read, I'm gonna pull them. I'm gonna start doing reviews on them. Especially the Savage She-Hulk. I'm not gonna review that much, too old, but I will go over the Sensational She-Hulk because that was my favorite She-Hulk of them all. I mean, the outfits that they had her wearing in there, the way she was like pretty much coming to help the men, and they were like, "Oh, She-Hulk, we're saved!" Like like everybody was in on the joke with her, and I like
Definitely.
those comics, and so I'm just hoping that it does evolve into something like that. Now she's Sensational She-Hulk,
Yeah.
and
It's got
it's
to
a good
evolve.
timing because Phase 5 is coming, and you're going to the. That's it. We gotta go to Secret Wars, and
Yep.
like I said, I'm just a little mad, Kevin, because you went backwards. Why didn't you do the goddamn Infinity Wars first? Then anyway,
Yep.
but it doesn't matter as long as I get to see it. Because the Beyonder is one of the best kept
Agreed.
secrets in Marvel. If you're not a true Marvel fan, you're missing out on the Beyonder. And I'm telling you right now, that man made that whole Secret Wars for me.
wait, does he go?
And
Does he go above
yeah,
and beyond?
duh.
And on that
Eee.
note,
Just
Chris
we
is
are
like,
yeah,
ending the
that,
show.
that was
We're
a joke
not
that just
going.
kills it.
It
That was
doesn't
a
get
joke
any
that kills
yeah.
better
it.
He's
than
like,
that. It
shut
doesn't
up,
get any worse
shut
than
up.
that.
It goes downhill from here.
Show up. No,
Next
I'm
week
not
is
talking.
episode
It's not
10.
me now. It's all good.
Really, really, Chris, of all the things I've ever said on this channel, that's what does it for you. Just
Hey,
that
at
one
11
bad.
at 11:50 at night, yes, that's what did it for me.
Oh my god, is this like the longest
This
we've
is
ever
one of the
gone?
longest ones.
Damn.
I'm sorry for keeping you guys here this
Nah,
long,
you're
but
good.
you guys entertain me, and I love
Watch
talking
it.
about this stuff.
Watch we
So,
replay
Oh, wait,
it.
I'm
Like
getting a
next
call.
Chris
week-
and
I'm getting
I.
a call. Uh-oh.
yeah.
Chris and
Wait,
I
that
only
was the
get 2
missus.
minutes of talk
Hello.
time. Just kidding.
I've
Wait,
been
hold on,
writing
what?
down like little notes of like the timing of
Oh,
stuff,
damn.
so
Okay.
that way I can put it as
Okay.
shorts throughout the week.
Hmm.
Like this is what you're missing if you don't come and to the live and all that. So
Yeah, you
definitely,
The
gotta
good
put
stuff, right?
thumbnails on.
yeah,
The good stuff, right? Not the bad stuff.
all the good stuff, all the good stuff.
All right. So not like that bad pun.
No, not that bad pun. So thank you everyone for watching. It's
Thank you,
been an
Chris.
absolute pleasure. Thank you guys for coming
Chris, thanks
tonight.
for having us on your show. I
Thank you.
appreciate it, man.
As always, hit that join button to support the panel and the channel. You guys are awesome. Thank you guys.
Woohoo. All right, have a
Appreciate
good
it.
night. Bye.
Bye.
All right. Good night, everybody. From the Spider's Lair and Chris's Lounge.
And
Oh, there he
and
goes.
me. Bye.